Johannesburg always sounded like it was in a hurry. Even on ordinary afternoons, the city moved as if it feared being left behind. Cars argued with hooters, vendors shouted over one another, and the pavements carried the weight of thousands of untold stories. Somewhere between the noise and the dust, two lives were quietly moving toward each other without knowing it. Ayo stood at the bus stop on Commissioner Street, his school bag hanging loosely from one shoulder. The fabric was worn, the zip stubborn, much like the life he was used to. He had learned early not to expect kindness from the world. Each day was about getting through school, through the streets, through the constant temptation to become someone he did not want to be. Love was not something he planned for. Love was a luxury for people who had time to dream. When the bus arrived, breathing out smoke and impatience, Ayo climbed on with the same caution he always carried. He scanned faces, chose his spot, and held onto the rail as the vehicle lurched forward. That was when he noticed her. Zara sat by the window, her braids falling gently over her shoulders, her eyes calm in a way that felt out of place in the chaos of the bus. She was staring outside, watching Johannesburg blur into gold and gray, as if she were searching for something beyond the city. Ayo didn't know why his attention lingered, only that something about her quietness felt familiar. Zara noticed him too, though she pretended not to. She had learned to observe people carefully, the way you learn to read weather before a storm. Hillview High had taught her excellence, discipline, and silence. Being a scholarship student meant she was always proving something: gratitude, worthiness, perfection. But when the boy beside her apologized softly after bumping into her, she felt an unexpected ease settle in her chest. They didn't speak much at first. Their connection grew in glances, in small smiles, in the shared understanding that sometimes words were unnecessary. Day after day, they found themselves sitting closer, listening to the same rattling sounds of the bus, breathing the same tired air. What started as coincidence slowly became intention. Outside that bus, their worlds were very different. Zara lived in a neighborhood where gates were tall and fear wore expensive clothing. Her family spoke of safety, reputation, and careful choices. Ayo came from a place where the streets raised children as much as parents did, where danger was familiar and temptation wore friendly faces. They lived in the same city, but survived in different realities. Warnings came quickly. Zara's friends whispered about Soweto boys, about danger disguised as charm. Ayo's friends laughed at the idea of dreaming beyond survival. They told him love made boys weak, that money and respect were easier to find than happiness. But every afternoon, when the bus doors closed behind them, the noise of those warnings faded. One rainy day, the bus broke down in traffic. Frustration filled the air. People complained loudly, but Ayo made a joke so unexpected and dry that Zara laughed before she could stop herself. It was real laughter, the kind that surprises you with its honesty. In that moment, something fragile and powerful was born between them. As their bond deepened, fear followed closely behind. Ayo felt it when he imagined a future that required more than survival. Loving Zara made him want stability, purpose, peace, things he had never allowed himself to desire. Zara felt fear too. She had already lost someone she loved, and opening her heart again felt like stepping into fire with bare feet. The streets began to whisper louder to Ayo. Old friends spoke of quick money and protection. Gangs recruited boys younger than him, promising respect and belonging. At night, his mother prayed harder, her voice heavy with worry. Every choice felt like a crossroads, and the wrong one could cost him everything. Their love became a quiet secret. It lived in shared earphones, soft conversations, and bus rides that felt shorter than they should have. But secrets grow heavy, and the city had a way of exposing what people tried to hide. One evening, violence erupted near their route. Screams cut through the air, and fear arrived without warning. In the chaos, Ayo moved instinctively, shielding Zara without thinking. Later, as the bus pulled away and silence returned, he understood something deeply. Love was not just a feeling, it was action. It was protection. It was choosing someone else even when fear demanded otherwise. When Zara's family found out, they demanded distance. They spoke of danger, of mistakes, of futures ruined by the wrong choices. At the same time, Ayo overheard friends mocking him for dreaming too big, for wanting more than the streets allowed. The pressure came from all sides, squeezing the space where love lived. They tried distance. They stopped sitting together. The bus felt colder, louder, emptier. Zara stared out the window with a heaviness she couldn't explain. Ayo felt like he was losing something essential, something that had quietly given his life direction. Then temptation arrived with force. One night, one job, easy money. Ayo almost said yes, almost disappeared into a version of himself he feared. That night ended with sirens, regret, and the terrifying realization of how close he had come to losing everything. Zara visited him despite the warnings. She held his hand and cried, not out of anger, but out of relief. Forgiveness did not come easily, but honesty opened a door neither of them wanted to close. They decided to rebuild, slowly, carefully, understanding that trust, once cracked, must be handled with patience. They began speaking their dreams aloud. University, stability, a life that didn't require constant fear. For the first time, Ayo believed he deserved happiness. Zara learned that love did not mean safety, it meant courage. They stopped hiding. Judgment came, but so did respect. Final exams arrived, heavy with pressure. They studied together, supported each other, and held on to hope when exhaustion threatened to swallow them whole. When acceptance letters arrived, tears followed. Joy felt unreal, earned, fragile. Change brought distance again, but this time they were ready. They understood that love was not about constant closeness. It was about choosing each other, again and again, even when life pulled hard. On their last school bus ride, they sat together by the window, quiet and grateful. Johannesburg breathed around them, loud and imperfect, alive with possibility. They had survived. They had loved. They had found purpose. Love had waded through fear, loss, and doubt, and when they were finally ready for it, it stayed.